Now, the scriptures often use the phrase, the word of the Lord came to such a person. And this underlines the living nature of the word and the divine initiative of the one who speaks. So in other words, God sends his word, but when that word comes to you, it's a process. Came to is better translated as became actively present to. It's an activity. It's an action. It's not a passive thing. God's word comes actively and comes to us and makes its presence felt and becomes very real and present to us. Or it can be more simply translated as the word of the Lord was to. Now in Zechariah 1 verse 1, we see the coming of God's word seems to have taken place in the 8th month, where in Zechariah 1 verse 7, the word comes on the 24th day of the 11th month. Now what is this suggesting? This suggests that the coming of the word of the Lord might not be something that comes specifically on a certain day, that before that it wasn't there, then suddenly it appears. It can happen that way. But also the word of the Lord can come over a period of time. And so there's a growing awareness. You know that God is speaking to you about a particular situation. And as you seek him more and wait on him more, then you begin to find that that word becomes clearer and clearer until finally you say, I have it. And that might be the 11th of the month. It might be the 24th of the month. It might be the 12th month before it comes. But you know that it's coming as this inner awareness develops, and it takes time maybe for it to happen. Now, of course, when God speaks, he can be talking about something that has already known, something about that, a word about something which is already known, or it may be a word about something that is as yet unknown. And it doesn't matter. If it's the word of the Lord, he can quicken something that you know already, or he can bring something fresh that you have not yet heard or understood. God's word came to the prophets often times in a dramatic way and under supernatural circumstances. Isaiah 6, he sees this vision. Ezekiel 1, he sees an even more bizarre vision where he has this great platform expanse, this heavenly chariot with wheels and eyes and all this kind of stuff, and a glorious one like a son of man sitting on this throne, and he can hardly describe it. Other times it comes in the context of ordinary things like almond trees, baskets of figs, visits to the workshop, building site, going to the potter's wheel. Jeremiah 1, what do you see, Jeremiah? I see an almond tree, a waking tree. You've seen well, because my word, I'm watching over my word and I'm waking up my people. Jeremiah 18, go down to the potter's field, go down to the potter's house and just watch what the potter does. And God spoke to him through that. Amos 7 verse 7, what do you see, Amos? I see a plumb line. He said, yes, and I am applying that plumb line to this city and to this people. And so these incidents, which probably were in the main natural pictures that they saw,